You probably clicked on this video because of the thumbnail, but stay with me for a moment and watch until the end. Very quickly, your entire understanding of women and attraction might begin to shift. Most of what people believe about love, ideas like women choosing the nicest, richest, or best-looking man, is only part of the story. The reality is far more complex and deeply rooted in emotion and psychology. Women don't experience attraction in the simple, logical way many assume. It's not just about looks, money, or even personality alone. There's something deeper happening, something instinctive and emotional. If you don't understand that, love will always feel unpredictable and confusing. But once you start to see the emotional mechanics behind attraction, your entire perspective on relationships begins to change. At its core, attraction is not about who you are on paper, but how you make someone feel. A woman doesn't just fall for a man as a person. She connects with the emotional experience he creates. It's the excitement, the tension, the comfort, and even the unpredictability that leaves a lasting impression. You could be successful, attractive, and well put together, but if there's no emotional spark, you become forgettable. On the other hand, someone who creates emotional intensity, who teases, challenges, and engages, often stays on her mind far longer. This is where many men get it wrong. They rely on logic, achievements, and explanations, believing those are enough. But attraction doesn't grow from logic. It grows from emotional contrast, moments of tension and relief, curiosity and excitement. That's why sometimes people are drawn back to past relationships, not because they were objectively better, but because of how strongly they felt in them. Another important dynamic is how availability affects attraction. When someone is always present, always responding instantly, and constantly chasing, the sense of anticipation disappears. And without that emotional tension, attraction begins to fade. What feels constantly available often loses its emotional value, while what feels slightly out of reach becomes more engaging. It's not about playing games, but about allowing space for curiosity and interest to develop naturally. There's also a common misunderstanding about being nice. Many believe that being agreeable, avoiding conflict, and constantly trying to please will create attraction. In reality, what matters more is emotional strength. This doesn't mean being aggressive or dominant, but being grounded and stable. A person who stands their ground, doesn't seek constant approval, and can remain calm under pressure naturally becomes more attractive. Stability creates trust, and trust creates a sense of emotional safety. Perception plays a huge role as well. People don't fall in love with reality alone. They fall in love with a version of someone that exists in their mind. That image is shaped by emotions, imagination, and personal experiences. The same person can be seen as incredibly attractive in one moment and completely uninteresting in another, simply because the emotional perception has changed. When emotional engagement is high, the story in the mind becomes compelling. When it fades, so does the attraction. In the end, one of the strongest foundations of lasting attraction is emotional safety. Not just physical safety, but the feeling of stability and consistency. People are naturally drawn to those who don't add chaos to their emotional world. True strength isn't coldness or distance. It's the ability to remain calm, present, and grounded, even when emotions are high. Over time, that consistency creates a powerful association. Attraction may spark interest, but stability is what makes someone stay, because emotionally, it begins to feel like the safest place to be.